More than a decade, David Camm was a name we mentioned often in the news. He was on trial for killing his wife and 2 children. He spent 13 years in prison after being convicted in 2000. He was granted a 3rd trial when a jury found him not guilty.
12 years after he was freed, Camm spoke to a local radio station about the case. Our Norman Seawright spoke with the former Indiana State Trooper as he discussed what he still believes led to both convictions being overturned. Norman?
Rick, David Camm says he understands people have opinions about his trials and acquittal and says a book co-written with retired FBI agent Gary Dunn called David Camm, The Reckoning Part 2 presents facts to go along with public opinion.
One of the things that I dealt with early on after my exoneration was going to the cemetery and the gravesite bed. I spent some quality time with Kim and Brad and Jill and having people videotape me on their phones. I have never gotten over that.
In the 12 years since a jury acquitted him of the murders of his wife and children, former Indiana State Police Trooper David Camm says he still lives in Indiana, but he doesn't spend much time in southern Indiana because he'd prefer to avoid confrontation.
I avoid it like the plague because I don't want to find myself in that situation.
He and retired FBI agent Gary Dunn sat down with WHAS Radio's Terry Miners to talk about the second in a series of books Dunn wrote. They say the books detail the complete story of the case, which they believe was mishandled by detectives and prosecutors and resulted in a $4.6 million settlement.
None of these people in the justice system could ever acknowledge we got it wrong. Their pride, institutional pride, political pride, whatever, they couldn't allow that.
I shouldn't have settled for that because, you know, they still never apologized to me or acknowledged what had happened, but I think the monetary compensation speaks a lot.
Camm insists the purpose of the book is not to profit. He and Dunn say they want facts of the case clearly laid out for readers to understand.
It's not just us putting out there something to try to persuade people to believe us. The facts are there.
Come to me with an open mind, or at least come to me with questions that are valid.
And Camm says he's more than willing to discuss with anyone who still doubts his acquittal.
If you want to continue to live a lie, then that's on you.
Now, Camm also reached a settlement with Floyd County for $450,000. And Camm is on Facebook. He says if you message him to discuss the case, he'll answer. We have the full interviews with Camm on our website, WLKY.com. Live in the newsroom, Norman Seawright, WLKY News.